You're about to close your first big enterprise deal. They send over a security questionnaire. One of the boxes asks you for SOC 2 report. You Google compliance tools. Vanta comes up first. Before you book that demo, take 5 minutes because there are many more solid options in this space, and the right one depends entirely on where you are as a company. Vanta is a well-known product with 375 integrations and a strong brand in the compliance space. It's a legitimate tool, but it's built for companies that already have a security team, a compliance owner, and the budget to invest in enterprise tooling. If you are an early-stage startup doing compliance for the first time, Vanta's depth can actually work against you. There's no significant hand-holding built into the product. You're expected to know what you're doing, which controls to prioritize, which gaps to fix first, how to prepare for a first audit. For a team that's never been through this before, that's a steep learning curve on top of already unfamiliar process. Layer in the per seat pricing model where your bill grows every time you hire, and the cost can land anywhere between 10 to 80 grand or more per year depending on your team size and the frameworks you need. For a startup trying to close its first enterprise deal, that's a significant bet before you've ever seen the outcome. So let's go through the 5 popular alternatives, what each one is, who's it best for, and the real trade-offs. Option 1, Drata. Drata is a direct Vanta competitor covering SOC 2, ISO, HIPAA, GDPR, and more. The interface is polished, the integrations library is strong, and on G2 it holds 4.8 of 5 from over 1,000 reviews, one of the stronger scores in this category. Users consistently highlight the quality of onboarding and how well the compliance dashboard tracks evidence collection in real time. It's a genuinely strong product for teams that want enterprise-grade tooling and have the budget to match. The automation is deep, the UI makes a complex process feel manageable, and if you've come from a larger company and know what you're looking for, Drata delivers. The thing to keep in mind, the pricing model is very similar to Vanta, seat-based with costs that scale you as you hire. Pricing isn't listed publicly, so you'll need to get on a demo to get the number. For early stage startups, the investment can be hard to justify before you ever close the deal that compliance is meant to unlock. Option 2, ComplyJet, built for early stage startups. If you're a startup going through SOC 2 or ISO 27001 for the first time, typically to close an enterprise deal, ComplyJet is built exactly for you. And crucially, it's built with the assumption that you haven't done this before. White glove support is part of the product, not an add-on. Someone walks you through the process, helps you understand what to fix and why, stays with you through the audit. For first-timers, that hand-holding is the difference between a smooth and a stressful one. The first thing that stands out from every other option in this list, the pricing is public. It's right there on the website, no demo required, no sales call to unlock a number. In a category where almost every tool hides pricing behind a demo, that alone is a meaningful difference. The model is flat per company, not per seat, so the cost stays the same whether you're a 5% team or a 40% team. You get 350 plus integrations, AI-assisted policy drafting, and a trust center to share your compliance status directly with prospects. Under $10,000 all in. No add-ons, no per seat scaling, no renewal surprises. Option 3, Sprinto. Sprinto is a compliance automation platform with a strong following in India and across Asia Pacific. It supports 20 plus frameworks and connects to your cloud infrastructure to automate evidence collection continuously. One thing worth being clear upfront, Sprinto is primarily built for mid-market SaaS companies, roughly 50 to 200 employees with an existing security function. Around 50% of their G2 users are mid-market, which shows their mid-market focus. Reviewers describe the onboarding as intense, and platform assumes you already know your way around compliance. If you're doing this for the first time without a dedicated security lead, the ramp is cheaper than it might look. Pricing runs 6 to 8 grand per year for a single framework at entry level and 12 to 15 grand for multi-framework packages. No public pricing page, you'll need to request a demo. Where Sprinto works well is multi-framework control mapping and auditor matching. The thing to watch. Access reviews, questionnaire automations require higher tires, and the onboarding intensity is real consideration if your team is going through compliance for the first time. Option 4, Scrut automation. Scrut is a compliance platform covering SOC 2, ISO, HIPAA, and 20 other frameworks, built for mid-market teams that need deep configurability. It includes risk management and vendor management in the base plan with around 150 integrations covering standard SaaS stacks. The pricing is worth knowing before you get on the call. Scrut starts at around 15 grand per year minimum, even for a single framework at up to 20 employees. At 50 employees, expect 15 to 30 grand. Additional frameworks add 5 to 8 grand each. That's a meaningful number for an early stage startups. No public pricing page. Reviewers describe the setup experience as overwhelming, and the implementation timeline to SOC 2 can run 10 to 16 weeks. Access reviews and questionnaire automation sit behind higher tires. If you need to move fast or you're doing this without dedicated compliance staff, Scrut is a harder fit for you. Option 5, Secureframe. Secureframe started out as a startup-friendly tool but has shifted towards growth stage companies with larger budgets. It supports 20 plus frameworks and around 300 integrations, covering the standard compliance workflow reasonably well for teams with straightforward cloud-native stacks. Entry plans run $7.5 grand to $20,000 per year per framework. with additional frameworks roughly adding $7,000 each. No public pricing page. The product is solid for what it does, but a few things are worth flagging on the entry plan. The trust center is limited. Access reviews are restricted to higher tiers, and questionnaire automation exists, but reviewers note that AI-generated responses can be incomplete. So if you're an early-stage startup, you may find yourself needing to upgrade sooner than expected. Here's the honest breakdown. If budget isn't a constraint and you want the most established name, Vanta or Drata will do the job. If you're a mid-market team with a security lead already in place, Sprinto is worth a close look. If you're a growth stage company with standard stack and bigger budget, Secureframe or Scrut are reasonable options. But if you're an early stage startup, under 50 people doing compliance for the first time and you need someone to actually walk you through the process, ComplyJet is built exactly for you. And the pricing is right there on the website before you even pick up the phone. The right tool isn't the most expensive one. It's the one that fits where you exactly are right now.